Welcome to Brodd Talk, the ultimate podcast for all Chelsea fans. Join N. Where Rem Chibi K. Alexander, also known as Simply Broad, as he dives deep into the world of Chelsea FC, providing insider analysis, transfer news, and game reviews. Don't miss out on any of the action. Subscribe to Brodd Talk today to stay updated and join a community of passionate and like-minded Chelsea fans. In today's episode, we'll cover the rumored Pochettino to Chelsea talks, the potential departure of Aubameyang, and possible summer signings.
Okay, firstly, let's dive into latest updates on Chelsea's search for a new manager. This past week has been a very tough one, to say the least, because if you look at the first news that broke out that Luis Enrique was not considered for the second interview, was not just listed for the second interview, and then later in the week, that's on Friday, Fabrizio coming out to say that Nagelsmann has pulled out from the race to become Chelsea's manager. That was really tough for most of us to take because, some of us were not really into Enrique. Yeah, we had some fans that were really into him, the Enrique fanboys that were shouting why and everything. So he came to us, the Nagelsmann fanboys, also the same thing. So So talks between Chelsea and Mauricio Pochettino is set to continue this week, with decision-making process entering into crucial stages. We've heard that he's going to... Some news outlet are already saying that he's Chelsea's new manager. He's going to be unveiled soon. Though nothing has been signed. Or from the most credible sources, when you're talking about transfer rumors and transfer news, there's nothing out here. That's Fabrizio Romano. The Argentine is now the favorite to get the job after Luis Enrique and Julian Nagelsmann dropped out of the running. And we've also heard some, I think it's depressing news, I'll say depressing, that Vincent Kompany has even been considered. I think it's an insult that he's even been considered. Like, from Burnley to Chelsea, we don't even want to have another repeat of Graham Potter again. So that's that about the whole Pochettino news. I don't know what we can expect from him being our manager, but yeah, that's that. So we'll move onto potential summer signings. This is the for all the rumors to start coming out because we are in the twilight of the season. So potential signings. It seems that Chelsea are interested in several players across Europe, but let's first talk about outgoing. So the news that Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is being considered as a backup striker by Barcelona. Maybe a good one because he's not getting chances here. So I don't know how it's going to turn out. And there's just a little hitch in the FFP rule. So if Barcelona can just work on that. I don't know if I will hope that they do it so that they can take him. But if they clear out some dead rules and all, and be able to be in the positive side of FFP, they'll be able to then sign Chelsea's transfer target, that's Gavi, because he has not really been registered after signing his new contract because of the whole financial situation. So he's going to become a free agent this summer. If his contract isn't registered, I hope his contract isn't registered because we want him at Chelsea. I think he's a very good midfielder. Maybe the hype, I don't think, but I really like him as a player, but maybe the hype is just a little bit too much. But if he's at Chelsea, then we can hype him as much as we want to. So, and also Rafael, this situation is just dragging. This Rafael situation is just dragging. I don't know if he does not want to come, if he wants to sign a new contract at AC, he should. We shouldn't but I want players that will play for the club. I don't want players that are here because it's a bigger club. Though you can argue that AC Milan is a bigger club than Chelsea, but in the past, in the past 20 years, we know that Chelsea has been top. So I don't want him to want to come to Chelsea because he thinks that will be the better club for his career. Maybe yes, if he has to consider that, but he should also want to play for us. He wants to represent the badge. That too, because if we give him more money and then he comes and then his heart is not here, then I think we are going to lose. We are at the losing end. So some Mason Mount updates. In an interesting development, direct conversation took place between Todd Boehly and Mason Mount last Friday, where his importance to the club was iterated and a desire to keep him was expressed. This dialogue has been interpreted inside Chelsea as a positive development, and it seems that the club is keen to keep hold of the midfielder. This is one of the best news this week, because I did not say it. The whole Pochettino news is not it for me. I think it's very absurd. Like, why are you going for Pochettino? But yeah, I don't want to talk about it. I skip that. I try not to talk about it because I know if I really go into why I don't want Pochettino, I will spend hours talking about it because I really don't want him. But this is a very good news. Missing Mount, like, only a blind person will want Missing Mount out of Chelsea. Missing Mount has been player of season for 2 years running. And I said it here that I think Rich James should have been a player of season last year and Thiago Silva the year before. But the fans voted. These same fans that are turned on Missing Mount, that have said a lot of horrible things about him, were the same people that voted for him as player of season. So I don't know, the whole contract issue that has become messy. He's not playing for the club again. He's always on the bench and everything. I think it has been very annoying. We are playing poorly. Our best player is always on the bench or out of the team with an excuse of injury and all. So if you can just come to a stand, if you give him the 250 and Mr. Mount to just say, okay, he will sign for 8 years or 7.5 years or 7 years. Because I think he doesn't want to sign a very long contract and he wants 250. So let him agree to sign. He should not reduce his demand. He should say, okay, 250, give me 250. And the body should accept 250, we'll give you 250. And Mr. Mount should then shift and say, okay, I'll sign for 7 years. What the body wants him. So then we'll come to a compromise. I think everybody will be happy. I'll be happy. He will be happy. The body will be happy. Chelsea fans all around the world will be happy. Man U fans will be sad. Arsenal fans will be sad. Enemies will be sad. Potato will potato and the rest. So that too. I'll be very, very happy if this, because I don't want to see him wearing red. I've heard the news, the Liverpool news, the Man U news, the Arsenal news. I don't want that. I don't think any Chelsea fan wants to see him playing in the Premier League for another club. We don't want to even see him play for another club. We talk less of playing for Man City or Liverpool, Arsenal or Manchester United. So that's that about that. The Neymar news to Chelsea. We had this whole brouhaha during the winter transfer window. I know, I thought it's over. To say the truth, I really wanted Neymar during the January transfer window. I thought it was going to come. Was it even during the January transfer window or even during the summer? I think we had the link, both windows. But, so in surprising news, it appears that PSG are considering selling Neymar this summer. And Chelsea and at least one other Premier League club are interested in signing the Brazilian superstar. Yeah, this would be a very huge transfer for us. But also the injury, you have to also look at the injury concern and other things. And the whole, if you look at everything, you may want to say, oh, it's a bad transfer. But Neymar is still Neymar. A Neymar that is fit will give you more than Pulisic, Hakim Ziyech, and at least 2 other of attackers combined. So I think it's a very good one. I hope. First off, I don't want to also talk about the medical team. But if you look at the medical team, maybe if we have the same guys that are there now, maybe he shouldn't even come because it will still be the same disaster, the medical disaster we're having. It will really be the medical disaster we're having. But I would really be happy if this Neymar news and then the Mason Mount news. I actually intentionally left those two late because we really need good news among all the sad news and everything. Yeah, we don't want to hear those news again because we are in deep. I said it last week in one of my videos just before the Real Madrid match, which is another thing that I left out of this episode, because every Chelsea fan must have known what happened, how the match ended and all. Well, yeah, we need to understand that this season is almost done. It has been a horrible one, a disastrous one. Some disastrous decisions made in the boardroom, some disastrous matches, coaches making wrong decisions, players playing as if they don't want to play for the team and everything, fans turning on the team and also the owners and the coaches. We've seen it all in this season. Opposition fans also making fun of us and everything. Everything has happened this season. But this is the time that you also know who the supporters and fans are. We can be angry, we can say our mind and all, but in everything, let's try as much as possible to support the team. Todd Boehly is there as the owner. Until he leaves, he is the owner of the club. And anytime you say anything, you are indirectly saying that same thing about the club. So the word choice is when you criticize him and the players and the manager is very important. Your choice of words. So that I always try not to go into motivational speaking and all, but I always make the mistake of doing almost that. I have a news before I end, because yes, that's like the end of this episode. I have my newsletter out, so you can subscribe to get newsletters, weekly newsletters. The link is on my pinned post, or my pinned tweet rather, on Twitter. So just head over to @simplybrodd, SYMPLYBRODD, and subscribe. Just drop your name. You can drop your first name and your email, and every week you get my weekly newsletters on Chelsea, everything Chelsea and Brodd Talk. So yeah.
Thanks for tuning in to today's episode of Brodd Talk, where we discuss the latest transfer news and rumors, including Pochettino's talks with Chelsea, Aubameyang's departure, Neymar's potential move, and possible summer signings. Stay updated by subscribing and joining us at the next one. Keep the blue flag flying high.